It's 8 p.m. on a Sunday. Your heart sinks because a single notification just lit up your screen. It's them. Your boss. They're demanding, they're ungrateful, and they've spent the last 6 months making your life a living hell. You feel trapped. You feel powerless. You feel like your career, and your mental health, is at the mercy of someone who doesn't even respect you. But 2,000 years ago, the most powerful man on earth, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, sat in a muddy tent on the edge of a war zone and wrote a manual for exactly this moment. He didn't have a middle manager, but he had treacherous senators, rebellious generals, and a plague-stricken empire. He knew exactly how to deal with toxic people without letting them touch his soul. Today, we're applying his meditations to your 9 to 5. This is how you use Stoicism to neutralize a toxic boss and take back your power. First, we have to talk about the morning pre-mortem. Marcus Aurelius started every day with a brutal reality check. He didn't walk into the Roman Forum expecting everyone to be kind and cooperative. He wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." Now, that sounds pessimistic, but it's actually a superpower. Most of our corporate stress comes from unmet expectations. We expect our boss to be fair. We expect them to be organized. When they aren't, we feel victimized. By practicing the armor of anticipation, you strip the toxicity of its power to surprise you. You aren't unlucky that they're yelling today, you're simply witnessing a predictable natural phenomenon, like rain. You don't get mad at the rain for being wet, you just bring an umbrella. That leads us to the core of the philosophy, the dichotomy of control. This is the line in the sand. Marcus believed that if you seek your happiness in things outside your control, you are a slave. In your office, your boss's mood, their ego, and their snarky emails are completely out of your control. What is in your control? Your work ethic, your reaction, and your decision to stay or leave. Next time they belittle your work, ask yourself, is this critique about the quality of my output, which I can fix, or is it about their personality, which I can't? If the work is solid, their opinion of it is what the Stoics call a preferred indifferent. It's like the weather. It would be nice if it were sunny, but if it's not, it doesn't change who you are. When the pressure gets too high, you need the view from above. When Marcus felt overwhelmed by the weight of the empire, he would imagine looking down at the world from the stars. He saw the vastness of the earth and how tiny his problems actually were. Your boss feels like a giant because they are standing 2 feet away from you, screaming. But in the grand timeline of your life, let alone the universe, this urgent email is a grain of sand. Try the October 10th, 10 rule. Will this toxic comment matter in 10 minutes? 10 months? 10 years? Marcus would tell you, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. If your boss is acting insane, why are you letting an insane person's opinion define your reality? Finally, we look at the best revenge. You might want to snap back. You might want to sabotage their project. But Marcus Aurelius had a different philosophy. He said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. If they are chaotic, you stay disciplined. If they are rude, you remain professional. By maintaining your character, you win. The moment you become toxic back to them, they have conquered you. You have handed them your character, the only thing you truly own. Marcus Aurelius wasn't a doormat. He was an emperor. He knew when to fire people and when to move on. Stoicism isn't about enduring abuse forever, it's about making sure that while you are in that situation, your mind remains a fortress. You have the power to say, you can take my time, and you can take my energy, but you cannot have my peace. So, which Stoic principle are you going to use at work tomorrow? Remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find your strength.